You're now tuned in to Wiz Fitness from www.wizfitness.co.uk. Today I'm going to be continuing on with muscle soreness. Now, a few weeks ago I said I would be doing a part 2 on this subject. So a quick recap. In part 1 I spoke about whether muscle soreness was an indication of you training hard enough. I explained in that video that it wasn't. I'm not going to go into too much depth, so for any newcomers out there, I would advise you guys to watch part 1 first before you come over to part 2, so you can get a much better understanding. So yeah, part 2, here we go. You've worked out, you've woken up the next day in absolute agony. The muscle group you trained your previous night, the muscle soreness is definitely there. A few days have gone past, and another few days have gone past, and it's come back to that time again where you need to train that muscle group. But you find out that that muscle group is still quite sore from its previous workout you had done. Pause. This is the scenario that a lot of people find themselves in, including myself sometimes. The only difference between me and the majority is the next few questions and statements they present themselves with. The majority then go on to say, have I had enough recovery time? Are my muscles fully recovered? What do I do? And then to round it up, they go on to say, do I leave this workout out until my muscle soreness has completely gone? Well, the answer to that last question is no. You go ahead and you train that muscle group just like you usually would. As long as you've had sufficient recovery time, you go and train that muscle as hard as possible, regardless of them being sore or not. Now, I know there's going to be a few of you out there saying, well, what is sufficient recovery time? Well, anything between 4 to 5 days is more than enough recovery time. I'd actually suggest to you guys to wait on the 5th day to be more safe than sorry. Only people that have been eating right and truly know how their body works decide to train their muscle group again on the 4th day. So yeah, back to the question now. As long as you've waited 4 to 5 days, then it is perfectly fine for you to train that muscle again. Do not rely on muscle soreness to make a judgment or gauge some sort of idea on whether you have trained hard enough or whether your muscles have fully recovered. Instead of trying to understand muscle soreness, you should be trying to understand the way your body works. Of course, with this being said, if you're trying to train that muscle group again within 2 to 3 days, then it's your body telling you that you haven't had enough recovery time and you should be waiting a few more days. The only time you should be ever thinking about training that muscle group again within 2 to 3 days is if say you were doing a full body workout and you were doing it on, let's say, a 3-day split. That is probably the only exception. But yeah, guys, as I've said, as long as you've waited for 4 to 5 days to elapse, it is perfectly fine for you to train that muscle group again. Do not be thinking to yourself, oh, I haven't had enough recovery time, I'm going to wait another day or 2. You'll just be regressing, and it's all about progress, right? That's what everyone's after. So yeah, guys, make sure to leave feedback and to subscribe to my channel page. Also check out www.wizfitness.co.uk, and remember, fitness can be such a whiz. That's right, a whiz, because it can be. Peace.